Yes. Not even yourself.
Not even yourself. Yeah. And until you endure those type of scenarios and you have those feelings, somebody who hasn't experienced any of that, they don't even, they're not going to understand. There's no way they can understand what you're going through. So there's no way that you can connect. That person will connect with you. They might just listen and say, yeah, I'm not, but that's one of those times that you need listened to and not just like overheard. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
like, it's very deep. When you go deep, you need somebody to hear that. You need that validation. And so like,
So that's why what you're explaining right now is why most misunderstandings come from assumptions, mostly come from assumptions.
yeah, because people can only assume how you feel unless they've experienced it themselves. And that's where wisdom plays a big role in our society. It's almost like non-physically, but mentally, that's where you age. I mean, that's where you become. You have to have wisdom in this life in order to really connect emotionally with it.
Right. And your tones and your body language and all of that matters when you're communicating, because people get offended by it or are assuming you're not paying attention. And this is something that I struggle with. My tones and my voice are very firm when I'm most of the time.
Unavoidable.
Yeah.
Whenever you meet, you know what I mean? It's unavoidable.
And my body language is very strong because I feel my whole life I've never been truly heard.
Yeah.
And so I aggressively talk to people like that. And it's misunderstood what I'm like. I'm really just trying to be heard, but they're taking it as I'm attacking them. And I see that that's a problem.
Yeah.
But it is a very hard habit to break. And you've experienced this. You know where the line is and where the line isn't. But other people who don't know.
Yeah, that knows you, but aren't willing to talk to you no more, or whatever it be.
Right.
There's no way to repair that connection.
Right.
Because they won't even give you the chance to show them that you've grown wise to some of the things that beforehand you wouldn't accept,
Right.
listen to,
Right. Well, you were here when I did, when I took my first personality test. And when you came in and I was like, I was upset. I don't think I read it to you, but I told you that it absolutely was me and it's not who I wanted to be.
Yeah.
And then you saw me start doing deep diving and research about
Overly.
about how to fix my problems.
And mine. The same ones that I don't want to accept. So mind you, there's some.
No, because it goes back to people don't move until it hurts not to move.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's everybody does it, including myself. And it's because you don't know. It's like you don't know that you need to move out of the spot you're standing in until you step in a sticker.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you realize,
and then you're like,
it's all over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna avoid that.
Yes.
So we can do that in life in most things.
I'm 100% aware of this. But I think that too many people are sitting still for too long in their pain because they're afraid that if they move, it's going to hurt more. Like the sticker, if they step further on the sticker, it's going to go deeper and it's going to hurt more.
Yeah, or if they continue to walk in that direction, they're going to get multiple stickers.
Yes, yes.
So you either learn to walk with those stickers on the bottom of your feet, or if you don't like it, get out of that sticker patch. Get back to the road. Get back to the dirty. Yeah, and there's a lot of growing and a lot of time and a lot of wisdoms that must be experienced.
You can't
and absorbed.
I can't tell people. No, really, I can't tell people. Hey, this is going to happen, and then you need to do this and this, because everybody experiences things differently. And all I'm trying to get across to people is that I don't want them to be in that sticker patch longer than they need to be.
Yes.
I want them to realize
that's key.
Yes.
Because yes.
They have to be there.
They have to be there. They have to be in it.
But they don't have to use it as a crutch to continue to be there. I can't walk any further because my feet are so full of stickers. They need to learn how to pull those stickers out faster and get out of the patch.
Yeah. That's just that's like in raising children. You know what I mean? When you have an overprotective mother that don't want her babies to get get hurt or whatever, it's imperative that you allow them to get hurt, which is counterintuitive to care and compassion. But really, once the wisdom goes through, once you've journeyed and you've experienced it, you can look back and you can say, "Oh, I have to let my children, the person that I'm trying to guide, experience that hurt or that pain. Otherwise, whenever they get old enough or whenever they get themselves into a situation where they feel that, then they don't know how to handle it. They don't know what to do."
Well, not just that. It's like when you're teaching kids, don't touch the apple that's hot.
Yeah.
And they touch it anyways. It's because they didn't understand the word hot. What does it mean?
Yeah.
They didn't understand it until they got burnt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so unfortunately, we have to get burnt a little bit to understand playing with fire and gasoline isn't what we should be doing.
And the more that you get burnt, the more that you're able to see different perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
It changes your perception of life.
Oh, yes.
Because, like, I may not have been burned by the same fires that's burned you, right? No, that's
Definitely.
we definitely have different fires that's burned us. But there's one thing for certain: you and I have both been in fire. Different reasons, and I think that for a person to really understand, for you to feel not misunderstood in your feelings, it's important in a person's journey, in a soul's journey, right? It's important in somebody's journey to have empathy for burns. It doesn't matter how that burn occurs. You're not going to listen to somebody's hurt if you don't even know what hurting is. So you have to have been hurt and been on fire to be able to care enough and have empathy enough to listen to somebody else's burn. Meanwhile, my foot's on fire over here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.